What's up, guys and gals? Your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the next piece of One Piece, chapter 1047, entitled The Skies Above the Capital. Now, due to some minor eye surgery and the fact that I look like Quasimodo, this review is going to be a little bit shorter, and you guys aren't going to be able to see my ugly mug today. But other than that, we're just jumping right into this one. Now, granted, was there really anything greatness to talk about this chapter? There was, but once again, I think we're all feeling the burn of Wano's ending, and we really need, ironically, considering we go to the past and we see, of course, the Oden Castle, everything's burning, everything's gone to shit, because Momonosuke cannot, even though Momonosuke has become a bigger dragon, has jumped 20 years into the future like he would have, became a 28-year-old man, a man of power, he's still an 8-year-old at heart. So there's that little bit of an issue going on right there, and he is not his father as he claims. So basically, they need to make the flame clouds. Like, at first, Momonosuke was taking control of Kaido's, but Kaido is, if Kaido gets defeated, the flame clouds are going to dissipate, and there's nothing there to take control of. So, Momonosuke is remembering, once again, as a flashback we've already seen, but from a different angle, of course, from Momonosuke's perspective and stuff like that. Making some good points here, basically being like, I'm not a man, I'm just a kid, blah, blah, blah. And Kinemon even bows his head and said, with all due respect, once your father died, you became our lord. You became a man, not by choice, but you have to step up. This is what it is to be a Kozuki. This is what it is to be the son of Oden. You know, so the mother, of course, is there just saying, like, you know, you and Hiyori should come with me, blah, blah, blah. Kinemon actually speaks about the samurai spirit and about the will and all this stuff while crying his eyes out. Remember, they had just escaped Oden's execution. There's a lot here to unpack, realistically. But the best part is that Momonosuke actually ends up, and that fucking traitor's there pretending his damnedest, and this is where he is sniveling and snotting and stuff. Remember that this is the guy that Luffy has, at this point, has kept smacking in the head, being, be a man, bitch, you know, sort of idea, has said, mother, I will be on my way now, while crying. While teary-eyed, and of course, Toki is actually absolutely, like, Toki is attempting to be at her strongest. She is demanding so much of her retainers. She's demanding so much of her children. And at this point, when he has his first, this is actually before, because this is before Momonosuke met Luffy, this is Momonosuke's first manly moment. Because he's had manly moments after meeting Luffy. But this happened before then. This was the first step, saying, mother, I will be on my way now. And we see Toki trying her best to hold it together. Like, as a mother, this was very difficult on her in so many respects. People need to put more respect on Toki. I'm not saying anybody disrespects Toki, but people need to put far more respect on her as a mother. The amount of bravery and courage it took for her to do what she did. Like, this is a mother depending on the children and sending off their children and all this stuff, letting go of their children. Like, that is not an easy task. And I'm not saying she's a bad mother. She's actually a fantastic mother. But she's also the wife of Kozuki Oden. She's also the bearer of the Toki Toki no Mi. She has a responsibility that goes beyond her own love for her children and her family and for Oden himself. So there is so much here. Toki has got to be one of the best written female characters in One Piece. I would make that statement. I can't honestly think. Nico Robin and Nico Robin's mother, of course. There's something to be said there, but Toki is up there. Toki is up there as one of the best written female characters, in my opinion. That being said, we jump back to the present, and we see that he's still trying his damnedest, but he just can't do it. We see more of the ridiculous fight between Kaido and Luffy. In his own words, Kaido saying, "You're grabbing lightning now. How absolutely ridiculous." And now Luffy's using, not gumma gumma no, but just grab Thunderbolt! Boom! He thinks he's Zeus. Now, Kaido dodges and all this stuff. But here's the best part. And this is what's got everybody talking, is after they clash for a little bit, Kaido points out, in the end, a strong devil fruit power isn't enough to conquer these seas. To be the best, you need Haki. He said, look at Roger. He had no fruit. Confirmed right there by Kaido himself. We all knew it, but it's been stated again. Kaido himself has stated Roger had no devil fruit power, and yet still brought the world to its knees. Such hurdles are only overcome with Haki. So basically what Kaido has been stating here, and a lot of people are arguing back and forth, here's the way I took it, is that, like it has been said many, many times, it's about how you use your devil fruit. Some people could have the Goma Goma no Mi and never have reached this state. Not the Gear Fit, not the Nika state, but people could have had the Goma Goma no Mi and never figured out a Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, Gear 4th. They wouldn't have been able to do this stuff. Luffy is got that niche. He's got that ability to be able to make a otherwise standard fruit into something great. Now, granted, now he's seemingly the Joy Boy, the child of destiny. I don't really like the Chosen One story done in this way. That is one problem I am having about this, the fact that it would have been much better had Luffy's fruit just stayed the Goma Goma no Mi, in my opinion. I've had a few weeks to figure this out. You know, a lot of people have had a lot of feelings about this. At the end of the day, it being a mythical zone, being the fruit of Joy Boy, Nika being potentially Joy Boy from the past, whatever. Regardless what the theory is, the fact of the matter is he's got a superpower. He's got the inherited superpower. He doesn't just have a regular run-of-the-mill devil fruit. He's got the devil fruit, you know. So I have a couple of reservations about that. However, here, the way I'm taking this is Kaido is basically saying, devil fruits, at the end of the day, devil fruit or not, you need to be a master of Haki to be the best. You need to be Garp. You need to be Whitebeard. You need to be Roger. You need to be Rayleigh. You need to be Shanks. You need to be Oden. You need to be a man who has mastered Haki. Once again, Whitebeard was a master of Haki and had a devil fruit. That's double the problems to tango with. But as Kaido points out, that's not good enough. Having one or the other doesn't make you a king. And I like this because a lot of people are saying, well, Blackbeard clearly is going to have Conqueror's Haki, blah, blah, blah. But I think the big thing is going to be, is what Kaido is stating here, is that Blackbeard is not going to have Conqueror's Haki at the end of the day. I'm still sitting up there, or at the very least, he's not going to be a master. He's going to go the route of, I've got two of the greatest devil fruit powers of all time, and I'm going to use them to their entirety. And Luffy is going to come in with far better Haki when that clash happens. So, as I said, this is the part of the chapter that has taken everybody. Twitter has gone crazy, Reddit's gone crazy, everybody's going crazy, like, what does this mean, what does this mean? People have had massive arguments about this. My 2 cents, as I said, is that at the end of the day, we know that devil fruit powers, yes, are they crazy, but if you're Shanks, if you're Rayleigh, if you're Roger, if you're Garp, if you have the master of Haki, if you're a Haki master, it don't matter what the devil fruit coming at you is. Because if your Haki's superior, you're gonna... So, all this speaks to is people like Zoro. Because remember back when the Mera Mera no Mi was up for grabs, a lot of people theorized that since Luffy can't eat it, he would give it to Zoro. So many people. Some Sanji fanboys said Sanji, but that doesn't actually make any sense realistically. He would give it to Zoro. Zoro might not have eaten it, but I think if Luffy had taken it, he would have first said, hey Zoro, you could use flaming swords. Wouldn't that be awesome? You know, something like that. So, in my opinion right here, I'm just going to say my 2 cents. You know, it's my review. And at the end of the day, I think that this just speaks what we've already known forever. And some people deny it, but Shanks is the best. He has no devil fruit, and he's still in the Kaido Hall of Fame because most of the people in the Kaido Hall of Fame didn't have a devil fruit. They were Haki masters. And Haki is superior to Devil Fruit abilities. We're basically being told that by a dude with the legendary Dragon Fruit, with a mythical zone, who has built his entire crew on Devil Fruits. He himself doesn't believe in the power of Devil Fruits. He himself, who has a Devil Fruit, does not believe that that's the be-all and end-all. This man believes in more. This man is standing here telling Luffy, Devil Fruits, shit. Haki is the pinnacle. You want to be the best that no one ever was, Ash Ketchum style? Fuck legendaries. You need Haki. You know? So, yeah, in this regard, I'm just, like, there's a lot to talk about with that, but I'm standing with Kaido. The way I read it is that Kaido is basically saying Devil Fruits, not that they're trash, but at the end of the day, Devil Fruits don't win the seas. Haki does. Haki is the superior power system. That's the way I'm seeing it. Now, at this point, then we get the idea that the battle's not exactly going in Luffy's favor at this point. We see a bunch of people from the capital, and then we jump back, of course, to Hyogoro and everyone saying, like, you know what? It doesn't matter what we did. We accomplished the impossible. At this point, you know, which would you prefer? Straw Hat defeats Kaido and we all die, or this place plummets to our deaths, or Kaido coming out on top and continues to, like, ravage Wano till the end of days, you know, and sort of like, I will gladly give my life. I will gladly, you know, everything's going to fall. There's going to be massive, but Kaido will officially be defeated, and that's what matters at the end of the day. They all start laughing and stuff. The Beast Pirates are going, what is wrong with you people? We see a reaction from Kid, surprisingly. I don't know why specifically Kid, but Hyogoro says, like, so what if we're mad? So what if we're crazy? At this point, we have been under tyranny for over 2 decades. It's time. If we can choose our own freedom, if freedom will come out from this. If Kaido is defeated, that will set us all free. Yes, there'll be death and destruction along the way, which I don't believe there will be. None of us do. But they're willing to bet on that. I hate the fact... Now, here's one part of the chapter I absolutely despise, even though Orochi is still going to die anyways, is the fact that, once again, the nail came loose somehow. Somehow, the nail comes loose, and all of a sudden, that tremor made the sea stone nail come loose. And I will take you with me. Are you watching, Odin? I'm going to devour your daughter and stuff. And it seems like Hiyori doesn't have a way out of that. Where the fuck is Denjiro, her guard? Where the fuck is Denjiro? We've all been asking this. I'm assuming he's going to show up and slice his goddamn head off. But as we've talked about before with the Hercules movie, would you forget the head slicing thing? You know, like, he's a Hydra. We don't do that, you know. So... please, Orochi, just fucking die. Like, seriously, this was unnecessary as fuck, and a waste of panels, in my opinion. And then we get the super Giganta. I'm finishing this for good. Onigashima is in the way, says Luffy from the sky. Kaido's looking up at the fist of the gods right here. The ultimate fist of the gods. Grabs Kaido from one hand. Superfies his fist in another, and he's up in the sky, and he's about to wail down on this man and says, Momo, here's the deal. I'm finishing this. You've got this. You have to do it. And Kaido looks on. And this is going to be, like, the size of this fist is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. The amount of conquerors and armament Haki put into this fist. This is the final attack. This is bigger than the King Kong gun. It's bigger than anything the gigantic. I don't know what he's going to call this. I assume it's going to be something completely badass. Is this going to be the Sun Wukong fist, like people are saying? I have no idea. I don't know what Luffy is going to call this attack, but I believe this is going to be the official final attack. He's going to destroy Onigashima and Kaido with this attack. The whole island is going to break apart. And Momo is going to have to make flame clouds for the rubble and keep it from falling on the Flower Capital. So, there were issues with this chapter, as I said. I hate the Orochi stuff. Just let that motherfucker die, for God's sakes. Let that bitch die. The Toki stuff was fantastic. The emotion was there. there was some good stuff. There were some hiccups. The big controversy, of course, is Kaido as a leader of Devil Fruit crew. A Yonko who leads Devil Fruits are the path to victory, seemingly doesn't even believe in what he's preaching. You know, he's an unmarried marriage counselor over here. You know, or a divorced marriage counselor, or even worse, right? Who's trying to sell the tale of zone fruits are the be-all and end-all when he doesn't even believe devil fruits are the be-all and end-all. So there's something to be said for that. What did you guys think of the chapter? I really enjoyed it. Apologies once again for the lack of a live video feed, but it's just that my eye is still recovering and stuff from the eye surgery I had on Thursday. We'll be back to regular programming, you know, next week, the week after, whatever, for future videos. But for this week's reviews, they're just going to be done this way. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you stick around for the next piece of One Piece. Chapter 1048 going to be great. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, don't forget the fourth and most important thing is to drink, but responsibly, as I always do. And we will see you beautiful people back here once again for the next piece of One Piece. Looking forward to it. I know you all are too. See you back here next time. Bye-bye.